Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Fatihah binti Muhammad. My metric number is 2212422746. I will explain about introduction all greens branches. My group decided to study the dataset containing information about all green cells. We have discussed on the concept of simple linear regression, where a statistical method that allows us to summarize and study relationship between two continuous variables. Next, multiple linear regression is used to determine a mathematical relationship among several random variables.
Hello, my name is Nafarana binti Amrin. My metric number is 2212422736. As can be seen at the slide 5, there is a positive linear relationship between y and x1 until x4, whereby x5 have a negative relationship with y and x5, where y is decreased and x5 is increased. Next, for general form equation that can be used with coefficient data, we can obtain the new variable using method y equal to constant plus each variable x1 until x5 multiplied by x. Then we can obtain a new variable.
My name is Nur Shafiqa Ali binti Latif, matrix number 2212422741. I will continue to 3.4, which is testing the regression slope B1. As we know, we will reject the null hypothesis if the p-value generated less than 0.05. It means if we rejected the null hypothesis, it means there is a significant relationship between pendants and dependents. So, as we can see, the data we generated from x1 until x5 shows the value less than 0.05. So, we can conclude that x1 until x5 had the significant relationship with y. 3.5 coefficient determination, which is we look at the r-square value of x1, we got the 0.799, for x2 we got 0.894, x3 0.835, x4 0.910, and x5 0.832.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Aisyah binti Latim. My metric number is 2212422743. Overfitting occurs when the model cannot generalize and fits too closely to the training data set instead. Overfitting happens due to several reasons, such as the training data size is too small and does not contain enough data samples to accurately represent all possible input data values. When data is overfitting, a model will not be able to achieve generalization. There are two multicollinearities for use in the multiple linear regression analysis. This can be shown when there are shown strongly high positive correlation between independent variables x with the amount of all p-value is 0.00, which is close to 0.01 level.
Okay, in this part, I will explain about 3.8, which is the model comparison. Okay, based on the model summary, the coefficient of correlation is 0.766. Conclude there is not strong positive franchise stored between number square feet per $1,000, which is x1, and the number of competing stars in district, which is x5. The coefficient of determination is 0.586. Conclude there 58.6% in the number square feet per $1,000, which is x1, explained by the number of competing stars in district, which is x5. Okay, next. Based on the model summary above, the coefficient of correlation is 0.906. Conclude there is strong positive franchise stored between inventory per $1,000, which is x3. The coefficient of determination is 0.821. Concludes that 82.1% in the inventory per $1,000, which is x2. Is explained by the amount spent on advertising per $1,000, which is x3. Almost all of these models, we can see that the best model in MLR is between x1 and x5, because in multicollinearity, we are analyzed the lower correlations to avoid similarity between independent variable x. So here, x1 and x5 have not strong positive franchise stored between each other, and this is multicollinearity. The other correlation x2 and x3 each other, so we would not use them in multiple regression. On to 3.9, which is the best fitted model, we can conclude that the best fitted model in this multiple linear regression analysis is the correlation between y and x2, because it shows higher r and r square, which is at 0.946 of r and 89.4% of r square, compared to the correlation between y and x3, r as 0.914 and 83.5% of square.
My prediction based on the best model is at 4. To calculate, predict the total overall annual net sales is 35.635 multiplied 16. We got 16 from the data set at 4. Then we will need to plus negative 58.823. Then we got the answer is 511.337.
Last but not least, for the hypothesis testing is used to confirm our beta coefficients are significant in a linear regression model. Every time we run the linear regression model, we test if the line is significant or not by checking if the coefficient is significant. HO equal to no relationship, while HA equal to there is a relationship. This analysis helps in performing the hypothesis testing for a study. The significant change in total reported of all green franchise because of the significant value is 0.01, which is less than acceptable value of 0.05.